Hello, and welcome to Sharing the Manual podcast, brought to you by You Insure, where we journey with you to finish well financially. This journey takes you to an intersection of life and money coaching. As we all know, how you live out your life in all areas has lasting effects on your money. Now, it has been said that emotionally connected men and women have better finances. My name is Amy Yu, and if you've seen my last name, you know why I've shortened it. And I will be your host. I am so glad that you've joined us on what is sure to be a memorable adventure. One where no topic is off limits. We understand that all areas of our lives are intertwined. We will talk money, emotions, even emotions around your money. Raising kids, which is sure to be a hoot, as they say the darndest things. Dating, relationships, marriage, grief in so many forms, whether it's a death, a divorce, an illness, or just your life not turning out how you thought it would. Because that, my friends, is very real, and I know that firsthand. We will tackle life's epic fails, celebrate the wins, overcome the obstacles, address the mountains and valleys in each other's lives. No rock will go unturned. This podcast is one of real, honest, genuine, humorous conversations where we share stories that are sure to inspire you, encourage, equip, and empower you to live out your best life. Our goal is to build connections, community of belonging, as you, my dear, are not the only one. We are journeying and navigating this life together, and I hope that you're ready to dive right in. I am so glad that you guys have taken time out of your day to join us here again at Sharing the Manual. Today, I will be sharing with you our secret sauce to living out whole life excellence. So you don't want to miss this. Everyone loves secret sauce. Heck, I put that shit on everything. By now, you know that we like to share things with you, as our newsletter even gives out some of our favorite best kept secret recipes. A gentleman said to me that our best kept secrets shouldn't be a secret at all, and I 100% agree with them. So we bring you the Live, Give, Grow model, which was designed to implement into your finances as a way of having financial wholeness. I, my friends, like taking things further and expanding them, especially something as catchy as this, Live, Give, Grow. We are going to start with how you should implement this into your money, but then we are going to blow your mind as to how you can bring it into life every day. Are you guys excited? You know, I love what I do when I get excited about sharing, so let's just go right on in. I've always believed in giving credit where credit is due, and this model isn't my model. It is from Mr. Ron Blue himself, and he is a phenomenal leader in the finance industry. I have gone through his teachings, and I am bringing it to you. You can't keep the secret sauce a secret. So when it comes to your money, you need to live. So how do you live out your money? Spend less than you earn. Live within your means. Know your money inside and out. And often you hear the word budget. I don't prefer this word, as it kind of feels a little restrictive. I refer to it as a spending plan that needs tweaking. How many of you subscribe to things and these payments come out of your account and you may not even know it or be even using the app, for example, anymore? So when I checked my account, I was able to cancel subscriptions and save myself some money, which I can then reallocate to some savings. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So know your money. Now, here are some skills that are worth mastering that will help you master your money. What is driving you? Now, last episode, we dove right into money and emotions and how our emotions drive many of our decisions in our lives. So pay attention to what is driving your financial decision. Is it an emotion? Oftentimes it is. And so go and unpack that. Understand that there is no independent financial decision. Here's another gooder. Financial maturity is being able to give up today's desires for future benefit. Live is your lifestyle. So do you need it? Is this a necessity to live? Do you love it? And when I say love, I'm referring to if you love something, it's going to give you joy longer than 6 months. Do you like it? Think of less than 6 months. It's a temporary pleasure and it doesn't last long. If it's an I want this to start to trigger alarm bells for you guys. Because if it's an I want, it's often fleeting and it's an instant gratification. So many times our emotions are driving this. So if you master your emotions, you can master your money. Let's talk giving. How do we give in a way that speaks to our very hearts? What causes are important to us? Where are you passionate about serving and helping? This could be monetary and it could be your time. And so often we have things within our own lives, within our own communities that have impacted us and our hearts are pulled in that direction. Give there. Giving is good for the heart and soul and it breaks the power of money on our lives. Here's another perk that maybe you're unaware of. regarding giving, that it can be used as a tax strategy to reduce your taxes. So this is a win for everybody, including your wallet. Let's recap. Live within your means. Give to causes you care about. Then we have owe. There are often two ways in which we owe money. We owe our taxes, as it's a sign of provision. Now, earlier, I used to complain to my dad about taxes. And I'm sure that all of us complain about taxes. But I will never forget my dad's comment when I was venting to him. He said, baby girl. No, I was no baby at all. Honestly, I was in my 30s. And so he's like, baby girl, when you make money, you pay taxes. Mic drop. He put me in my place. Like, he is absolutely right. Bless his wise heart. You know, he spoke truth to me. And the same is true for you. Now, I'm not anticipating that you're going to be jumping up and down for joy that you have to pay your taxes, but perhaps a mindset change, recognizing that it would reflect having provision. It may change your perspective on it. And really, in life, everything is about perspective and what lens you have on, what lens you're looking through. Now, don't forget that you need to pay your debt, your mortgage, your line of credits, your credit cards. But here are some great nuggets. So make sure you're paying attention here. Be careful with debt as it mortgages your future. Now, here's what I mean by that. When you say yes to something now, it often means you may say no to something later. Now, here's a great example for you. I've recently talked about my vehicle being broken down, and a part of me thought to myself, oh, I should just go get a new vehicle. But here's the thing. I don't really need a new vehicle, and I know that if I go get one, it'll put me in debt, which means I'll have a payment. And so if I say yes to this, and take on this debt, I may need to say no to something later on because I've taken on the debt. I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want to mortgage my future. There's always a trade-off. Sacrificing long-term perspective, you have the better financial decisions that you will make today. Boom, baby. That's worth repeating. Borrowing today results in a lower standard of living in the future. You cannot borrow your way to prosperity, which takes us to the grow. We all want to grow our money. We all want to create margin to meet our goals and save for our future need. Wise money decision begins back at your cash flow, at your spending plan. Your net worth does not determine your value as a being. And that does need to be said. But your net worth is a sum of every financial decision that you've ever made. This is not a judgment. Trust me, I have made my fair share of money mistakes. I could likely, honestly, write a book. It is more important, though, to pass along money wisdom than it is money itself. How you live out your money, what are you teaching your kids? Think about living out this model and what it demonstrates to your family, to the kids that are watching. This model is foundational to living, my friends. Now, I have also use this model, not just for our money, but also for life. And we are going there next because I'm super excited to share with you. As you've heard me say, there's an intersection between life and money coaching, and this is it. Our lives are so intertwined, and having a model to live life by that leads to this wholeness in all areas, it's a game changer. And I love it because it's a catchy one. Live, give, grow. It applies to your money. It applies to life itself. I'm going to move along here pretty fast. Have a pen and a paper ready. Live out your life in such a way that others would write a book about it. Live wholeheartedly. Bring your best self to the table and serve others through your community. Give grace, give compassion, give your time, because time is currency. Time is something you'll never get back. So be very careful with your time. Give your best yes to both yourself and to others. Here's what I mean by this. I always say to my kids, give your best yes. But so often I am so distracted and we are dividing our attention among many things. My kids have learned that through me working from home, if they want to talk to me and I'm focused, I'll kind of just say yeah. And then when I realize I've said yeah, I'm like, oh no. Now they ask me when I'm at my desk, Mom, do we have your best yes? Meaning my full attention. Give your best yes. And if you can't, then let the person know that they don't have your best yes. So many times my kids are, they're getting ready for school and they've got some questions for me and I'm at work at my desk in the kitchen and plugging away and they'll ask me something and I'll be like, yeah, oh, no. You don't have my best yes. Don't ask me. Nope. Come to me later. Or they'll come to me and they'll kind of like put their hand on my shoulder and they'll wait wait till I actually stop what I'm doing, because they know that if I don't stop and look at them, they don't have my best yes. So the funny thing is this happens in our house quite a bit because I am a squirrel. I can get distracted very easily. And my kids have grabbed my face before, held my little cheeks and said, "Mom, look at me. Do we have your best yes?" And they are so sweet. I am so lucky they give me grace, and I have to give myself grace as well. But give your best yes. If you can't, let them know that they don't have your best yes. And that's big. They call me out really fast, and I love it. You owe it to yourself and others to fully show up. You owe yourself self-care. It's no one else's job to make you happy, and that's on you. Put on your own oxygen mask before helping others. Go for that walk. Maybe enroll in that dance class. Have that glass of wine in the bathtub. When you take care of you, you can show up better for others. Now, we could probably honestly do a whole podcast on what showing up looks like, because that's pretty important for us to be teaching that. And I don't necessarily know if we are teaching our kids that. And in some households we are, in some households we aren't. And I really realized that this was a big thing when my first husband was alive. He was there teaching the kids how to show up for me, and I was teaching the kids how to show up for him. Now, when he passed away, my friend took on that role, and she was teaching the kids how to show up for me, which was great because somebody had to take over that role. Now, then I moved 4 hours away, right, to get away from my story of my life. But by moving that far away, my friend could no longer help me teach my kids how to show up for me. And in an earlier podcast, you heard me talk about how, I really faked it till I made it, didn't ask for help, didn't teach my kids to show up for me. And then when they didn't show up for me, I lost my shit. We need to be teaching our kids and our family and our friends how to show up for us. And what does that look like? Because it looks differently for everybody. So that's what I mean by showing up. Grow. I love this one. We are always learning and growing, both personally and professionally. Read books, listen to podcasts, attend conferences, build your network, meet somebody new, learn something new. Always stay curious and lead with possibility. And so because I really speak this and I live this out, my daughter knows how badly I would love to dance, because I'm a horrible, horrible dancer. And I'm like, I just wish I could dance and do those funky ass moves. And so she actually enrolled me in hip hop dance classes that start tomorrow, which I'm super excited about. And don't worry, you will see videos because, I'm sure it will be hilarious. But try something new. Put yourself out there. Learn a new skill. I want to tie everything together in a nice bow for you to take away. Everything in our life is driven from the know, believe, and do. Knowing is our head knowledge. Believing is our heart convictions. And then the do requires an action. So living this shit out in our lives is key. They go simultaneously together, and you can't do one without the other and expect the change to happen or to occur. We can all struggle with immunity to change, which will probably be a whole episode all on its own. Here's your homework. Can I do that? Can podcast people give you homework? I don't know. Interesting. I want you to write this down. Live, give, owe, grow. How do you wish to live out in your own life and in your own family exactly that? It needs to become head knowledge, understanding your money inside and out, recognizing what drives your decisions, both in money and life, which is likely emotion. So go back and label that damn emotion and work through your crap, unpack it. And if you haven't listened to that podcast, go back to it and give it a listen. Learn about your money story. Yes, we all have a story, and that's coming soon in a podcast. Learning about our money languages. You've heard me say before that there's love languages. We all know it. We've seen it. We've read it. We've watched that video that's all over YouTube about it. But there's money languages that brings unity into a home. And that's key. Establish and articulate what living out a life of significance means to you in both money and life. It's time to believe that wholeness is achievable in all areas, but you have to want it more than anybody else. Pull in your feelings. How will you feel when you reach your goals? Use that as fuel to push you into that do, which is an action. You need to do something about it. Your mind and your heart will propel you forward to reach your goals if you let it. The models that I leave with you today to mull over, the live, give, owe, grow, in both money and in life, paired with the know, believe, and do, like Maya Angelou says, do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, you do better. So consider this wisdom for you to know better. Now go kick ass, my wonderful followers, and pass that baton. We hope that you guys found this insightful. We encourage you to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the new releases that are coming soon. Follow us on social media. Our platforms are LinkedIn and Instagram. Head over to the website and let us know if you wish to share your story, either on the podcast or even in a blog. Our website is youinsureinc.ca, youinsureinc.ca. We too have newsletters as we give you our very own family recipes paired with tips and tricks so you can finish well too. Bye for now.